Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel to Only Movies, and today I'm here in the movie theaters and I'm gonna be watching the new movie Good Boy. Yes, has been a while to come in the movie theaters, hey, but life happens, adult situation and stuff. So now I'm here at the movies and I'm gonna give you my thoughts and reviews later on. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel to Only Movies, and I just came back from the movie theaters watching Good Boy. It was about a guy who moved into his grandpa's home, which he's been having that house for a generation. And then once that he moved in, the dog has been seeing strange stuff, like supernatural stuff, and the owner is like sick and stuff, but he really doesn't see anything what's going on. And I know everyone been talking about this movie. Everyone's been hyping up this movie, saying it's like, oh man, look, it's a dog movie, it's a horror movie and stuff like that. Because I know my friends, my brothers and sisters and all of them, where it's like telling me, it's like, hey man, check out this movie. It's a horror movie with a dog and all. Like, because you really don't see much horror movies with just perspective of the dog, like their lens and stuff, what they see and stuff. Usually you see a human person always interacting, like in the paranormal activity stuff, like horror films, like stuff. You do see some films of dogs, like Koju, Bad Moon and stuff like that, but you don't really see it in the dog's perspective. Usually there's always being human stuff, because try not to spoil it so much in this film, because in this film is mainly focusing on the dog and the humans. You really don't see their faces. I kind of feel like they're like trying to hide it, kind of like how they do with Cow and Chicken, or like Charlie Brown, like some of the cartoons where you don't see, when they're involved with the adults, you don't see their faces or half of their bodies and stuff. That's how it was with most of like the characters, just like the owner and a neighbor and stuff. The only face you see is, like, of course, is the grandpa. But other than that, you really don't see anyone else's face. It's just the dog is the main focus, which there's nothing wrong. The dog was really entertaining and stuff. But I know, like I said, people were really hyping up this film. The rating for the Rotten Tomato on this is 91, which, in my opinion, it's all hype and stuff. Like, yeah, like I said, the dog is entertaining and stuff, but for me, there's a lot of plot holes on this film that I don't understand and stuff. Where I'm like trying to figure out what's going on, and it's like, why is this happening to this person and stuff. And like I said, like, you see it from the dog's perspective, like he sees the stuff from the supernatural, the ghosts and stuff. But like I said, there's like, I'm just wondering, okay, why is this going on? Why is to this person, stuff like that? It just feels like unanswered questions and nothing that solves the problem that what's going on. It's just a lot of unanswered questions that what's going on. And it's like, are this house haunted because are they buried under a graveyard? Why is the basement, there's a big cave and stuff like that. All this kind of stuff that you see in the trailer that is mainly focused on the dog, and instead of wondering, okay, why are they haunting and stuff. Like I said, it's pretty cool that you see in the dog's lens that he sees like a shadow and stuff, which there's some parts that were scary, especially with the dog. It shows him he's dreaming and stuff like that. At the end, it's pretty entertaining, because at the end of the film, like once the credit starts rolling, you just see the dog out the window. But at the end of the end credits, there's the director is talking about how he filmed this film, how he did it with his dog, because the dog is really his own dog, and it's named Indy. And then in the film, the dog's named Indy as well. And for this dog, it shows them how the dog's never been trained and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. You should watch it. It's like behind the scenes and stuff like that, how they filmed it, and it took them 3 to 4 years to do this film. So it's like really cool and stuff to see. Kind of like, you don't really see films like that anymore, because back in the days they usually show bloopers of how they were joking around, playing around and stuff when they're filming and stuff, and you don't see that anymore. Like I said, we're not really entertained much like we used to be, like in the early days. But this one was pretty cool to show how they filmed this film with the dog, because it wasn't easy for them. It was a lot of shots to do and stuff, and how to get the dog's reaction, which I thought was pretty cool and stuff. So that I recommend you to stay after the credits and watch that. It's nothing like any like the Marvel films and stuff like that either. So, but like I said, this pretty enjoyable with the dog and stuff. But I know not many people are gonna like this once they get into this film. But yeah, it is. Like I said, it's a horror film, but for a dog, and they're doing this because of course, this month of October and this the spooky season. So for most horror fans, they want to be entertained because it's the spooky season. But I'm still gonna review 4 more other horror films in the future. So don't worry, there'll be more horror films to review because we got a whole month ahead for this month. And of course, it's not just this month. We got November and December. Halloween goes for every day, every kind of month. So it's not just October. So there's a lot of films, horror films to do for it. Every day is Halloween. My rating for this film, I give it a 6 out of 10. Like I said, it is entertaining, but there's still some plot holes, unanswered questions and stuff like that. But if you're a big dog lover, you're gonna love this film because like it'll teach you as well about like, okay, you gotta love more your dog. He's your best friend and stuff. Because I know a lot of people are gonna connect with it if you are a big dog owner. And if you're not, and you're more of a cat person, then you're not gonna connect with this film and all. But still, I'm sure you will, because any kind of pets and all, you'll still connect. But like I said, for my rating, it's a 6 out of 10. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Have you gone to see this film? Have you not? But don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.